Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here. Welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. So I'm really excited about this one. We're going to be talking about and breaking down the brand new A rank modifier Hermes, who came alongside Hera in the new banner. Now, I know this video is late, I do apologize, but to build up two brand new modifiers is very difficult. It takes a lot of resources, and of course I had to focus on Hera first, but we're here now with Hermes. We got her built up, which we're going to go over here in just a moment. Now, a few things to note. I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed this modifier's gameplay, but also how strong I think she really is. She blew me away with what she was doing in game, so I'm really excited to go over her kit, and that's exactly what we're going to do at this time. But I do want to compliment her on her design first and foremost. Developers did a great job. If you guys been on the channel for any amount of time, you know I like that mecha look. I'm a big fan of Scotty and her design, so Hermes was right up my alley design wise. I think she's one of the better looking modifiers in the game. Very unique, and a very unique gameplay style, and you guys know I like that as well if you've been on the channel. So let's go over her kit and my current build for her. So she is triple S. Now, I had terrible luck trying to pull Hermes on the Hera banner. To put it simply, I pulled more S rank Heras than I pulled Hermes. That should tell you exactly what we have going on here. But I was able to get her to triple S by farming some of her shards in the new event, as well as getting some shards in the reoccurring dream. So I was able to get enough to get her to triple S, which is where I wanted her to be, because I think that's where she shines. Obviously Omega would be fantastic, but triple S is good enough for me for the time being. Now you can see her CP, you can see her attack is over 5,000. Stat wise, crit rate is decent, crit damage is decent. Once again, like with all my modifiers, all of this could be min-max a little bit better. Skills, I don't have them completely maxed out. Once again, resources are scarce. I had a hard enough time getting it to here, but we got 43. I just need 2 more stats here, and then we're maxed out completely. Going over her skills, the normal attack launches a series of attacks at locked on enemy, dealing wind damage equal to 493.9% attack in total. And then the passive moves at an increasing speed until vector acceleration is triggered. So very fun normal attack that she has. The skill 1 launches 2 kicks at the locked on enemy, dealing wind damage. Also applies the wind chaser mark to the locked on enemy upon hit. That's going to be important. The wind chaser mark lasts for 10 seconds. Increase the non-dot damage by 25% when attacking an enemy with the wind chaser mark from downwind. So this is very important because that mark is going to allow you to do more damage. And the skill 1 in of itself does some pretty good damage. Now if we go to skill 2, this one's pretty unique, and this also leads into why she's so much fun playing. So with the skill 2, ride with the wind, quickly move some distance. Now you can hold it down, ride with the wind while moving to enter vector acceleration state at the cost of rage. Now when in vector acceleration state, expend another 5 rage to mount a follow-up attack. Now the follow-up attack delivers a powerful flying kick to the locked on target while in vector acceleration state, dealing wind damage equal to 425% of attack in total. So it's a very fun, unique skill 2 that I do thoroughly enjoy. And then skill 3 is one that just does a lot of damage. Move swiftly to launch a series of attacks is called Blue Streak, dealing wind damage equal to 1,497% attack in total. So it just does a ton of damage, especially if you have the mark on and you're able to hit multiple enemies with it. So a really good skill 3. And then the ultimate skill, Buster Bluster. That name always gets me. Initiates a dash using the power of access key, generating a storm at the target location, which deals wind damage equal to 935.7% attack in total, and it reduces the wind resistance of enemies hit by 30% for 10 seconds. So you have a nice wind shred, and applies the wind chaser mark on them. That's super important as well. Grants a 2% of ultimate skill charge whenever mod or a teammate crits with a normal attack. Now that's important as well. Triggers only once every 2 seconds. The reason that's important because you're able to get your ult pretty quickly when that happens. Also, the wind shred is really nice, especially for other wind element characters or modifiers you could put alongside her. She works really well with them. And applies the wind chaser mark, so once again allowing you to do more damage, and it has a nice AoE, so you can apply that mark to multiple enemies to be able to do maximum damage. So the ultimate is really nice. And then she does have the ultimate skill chain with Hera, which is really good. So you can see that here, just a lot of damage. Once again, you're able to get your ult fairly quickly as well, so you're kind of spamming this in a sense, especially if you have one of the Aether codes unlocked that we're going to go over here in just a moment. Now for the dodge, nothing different here. It's a pretty standard dodge. So that is Hermes when it comes to her skills. And if you are sprinting with her, she goes into that vector acceleration where she's going extremely fast. She's just flashy, fast, all over the place, in your face, and it's just, once again, tons of fun. Moving over to the access key, I'm using this one right now, trying it out. Herald Melampus, I'm probably mispronouncing, and I don't have this max out as well. That's 54 out of 60, but it's giving some crit rate, and it increases non-dot crit rate of skills and ultimate skills by 15%. I went with this one just because I feel like I'm spamming the ultimate skills and the skills very often, so I felt as if this is going to play a pivotal role. Not to mention I was able to tear it up pretty nicely also, so that's what we have going on there. Now if we move over to the sigils, we're going with the Gale Sovereign to increase the wind damage and increase wind damage by an additional 5% for every skill or ultimate skill in cooldown. And then we have the Rage for the Rage mods, right? Now for skill effects, here we go. We have 8, 5, and 4. Once again, mid-max could be a little bit better. We have a lot of Wind Blessing. As you can see, they are orange or reddish color, and that's because I have her at triple S. When you have her at triple S, you're able to get a +1 skill. So this is all skilled up 1, which is nice. That's always good and beneficial. Now, if we move over to the codes, there are 2 that I like in particular. So the first one is the blue Aether code path, and it's really for the CC. I like the CC that it provides. Also with the second one, it allows you to automatically do the second part of the skill 2 where you do that kick if you have the Wind Chaser mark and it's not on cooldown. So that's really nice. And then for the last one, it grants 2 rage upon each enemy hit with the Wind Chaser mark from downwind. So you're able to build up rage a little bit more. So I like the blue one, but once again, really for the CC. But I think for DPS oriented, Hermes, you're wanting to go with the red path because it's going to increase the ultimate skill charge speed by 25%. And that's what I was alluding to earlier. This is going to allow you to ult more often. And then if we go to the second one, extends the duration of Wind Chaser mark by 5 seconds, which is really nice. And then for the third, increases damage dealt by 25% when a teammate attacks a target with Wind Chaser mark from downwind. So all in all, you're just able to output way more damage with the red, in my opinion. Even though with the blue, I was putting up some pretty nutty numbers. I think the red is better oriented for DPS. And then if we go with yellow, the yellow one is interesting. It restores 4 rage and HP equal to 3% attack every second. You have more survivability there. And then for the second, the higher the rage, the more non-dot damage is dealt to the enemy by the follow-up attack with Ride with the Wind, up to a maximum of 100%. So it's just, for me, you're using rage all the time, so because you're spamming your skills a lot, so I just don't really see that one being super viable. And then for the last one, increases crit rate by 25% when rage is at 80 or above. Once again, it just has these requirements that you have to meet in order to get the reward, and a lot of times you're not super paying attention, especially if you're in some dicey situations, to where your rage is at. And so a lot of times you may be below that because you're spamming your skills, so you're using a lot of rage, so you're not going to be getting these benefits a whole lot all the time. So that's why the yellow one is interesting. I can see some good benefits if you're rage managing really well, but for the most part, a lot of people are probably not looking at that too often. I know I'm not, so I prefer the blue and the red. And what we'll go ahead and do is showcase the red Aether code for DPS Hermes. But that's Hermes in a nutshell. She is extremely strong. Once again, she surprised me by the numbers that we're putting up. But also team wise, I did want to go over the different team builds that you could put together with her. I think the obvious best partner with her at the moment is Hera. Once again, Hera is going to be the best partner for everybody. It doesn't matter who we're talking about, but because Hermes is DPS oriented, you're certainly wanting to put Hera alongside Hermes, so that way you can buff Hermes up as much as possible and do as much damage as possible. And then Hera's going to be doing her own damage as well, so really solid partners there. And then as a third slot, for me, comfortability wise, if I'm taking on some hard content, I use Leviathan. Leviathan is just great for the damage reduction, for the heals, and doing damage yourself. So that's my comfortability pick. If I want to output even more damage, I'm bringing Hell. Hell is in the AI slot with Hera and Hermes. It's just, she's doing nutty numbers. She's putting up some huge damage. So I use Hell if I'm trying to go like all DPS and go big time with that. Also with the Gen Zone for the Olympus, I did want to go ahead and mention this because I think it's important. We're going to be increasing mod index multiplier charge speed, and then we're going to be extending the duration of modified mode, so we're able to stay in that modified mode for a lot longer to be able to do more damage. But moving on from there, I also like Arctic Abyss Poseidon. So I think Arctic Abyss Poseidon, Hera, and Hermes is a fantastic team to build, because you have Arctic Abyss with the CC for the freeze, also doing damage herself. You have Hera, who can proc the 0 time herself automatically, so you're having the CC there as well. And then you have the Olympus Gen Zone with the Meowjewel to be able to extend it even further, so then you're in modified mode for an eternity. So this team is pretty nutty, just a lot of control, not allowing the enemies to really do anything. I think that's a fantastic team build. Another one that you could put Hermes alongside is Living Soul Osiris because of the Wind Shred. And then you compare, you know, anybody else, not S-Shoe. Hopefully S-Shoe coming out soon. The A-Shoe, or you can also pair Leviathan for the heals, so that way Living Soul Osiris can stay in the ult for a little bit longer. That's another pairing that you can do. And then just about anybody else that you can think of, you know, who would be a good pairing. You know, Title Song, maybe another one that you could put because she's the Olympus Gen Zone. There's many different options, but I think those are probably some of the best team builds that you can put together, is Hermes, Hera, and then putting her with Leviathan, or putting her with Hell, or putting her with Arctic Abyss Poseidon. I think are really good teams. Anyways, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. Alright, so I did go ahead and jump into Hazard Zone cleaning. I think this is 12, if I'm not mistaken. And I went ahead in with... Oh, I just got hit. I went ahead in with Hera, like I mentioned earlier, and then, oh my god, I keep getting hit. I gotta pay attention. And then with Leviathan, once again, for the comfortability pick. This one, they do a lot of damage. Towards the end, they start to do a lot of damage, so I went with the comfortability pick. But essentially what I like to do when it comes to Hermes and the gameplay is I like to go ahead and use her skill 1 to go ahead and put the marks. I like to then go into skill 3 to be able to do as much damage as possible. And then skill 2 I use whenever I want to maybe reposition. Or if I have the marks on and I have enough rage, be able to do the skill 2 to be able to do more damage. So that's essentially like how I like to use Hermes. But skill 1 is super important, once again, to get those marks. I'm going to go ahead and do the ult here. Once again, with the ult, we're going to place the Wind Chaser mark, and we're going to be reducing the wind resistance, so we're going to be able to do more damage. But as you can see, they got they got one shot. But yeah, Hermes is just, her gameplay has been so enjoyable. But once again, it's very similar to like Scotty, where it's in your face, it's very fast, and that's the type of gameplay that I do truly enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and use Leviathan's ult because I want to get some heals back. I've been taking a lot of damage, not truly paying attention all that much. But I think that's why I like her gameplay. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I have. But it's just been very enjoyable. Let me know in the comments down below if you have Hermes, if you built her up. Let me know how you've been enjoying her gameplay. I need some more heals. I'm like half health. I didn't realize how much damage I'm taking. Let me go ahead and do ult again. And this is another thing, like I mentioned, with the red Aether code, you're able to ult so often. And then the teammates, if they're critting, they're giving you some ult charge as well, which is really cool. So you're getting some like passive ult charge back. You're getting it back from your ult as well. So just super beneficial to be able to spam your ult, because spamming the ult puts the mark like we spoke about before, and then the wind shred, so you're able to do a lot more damage, which is really nice also. And I think I have my Discord still up, because I think there was a beep that I heard. Let me close that out. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy. I'm going to go ahead and put the mark, and I'm going to hold off on the ults because I want to do it when we're in modified mode, because we're going to be in modified mode for so long. That's what I'm really looking forward to and anticipating. So I'm going to hold off on that. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, we got ults ready. We got the 0 time here. All right, let's do that. All right, we're gonna be in there in just a second, and then we're gonna just try and do maximum damage and see what we're capable of. All right, let me do. Oh, I thought I had the skill 2 ready. I guess I didn't. All right, here we go. So we're gonna ult here, and then we're gonna go and ult with Leviathan. All right, perfect. We're gonna do skill 1, skill 3, skill 2. Beautiful. Just trying to do as much damage as possible. Skill 3 again. Beautiful. So much damage. And it's just not just the damage, it's just how much fun she is as well to use. Keep in mind, I have not done that much damage to date. Now, the most damage I've ever done, and you might have seen it in the gameplay I was providing while we were talking about Hermes and her kit, I think was like 6 mil. And I think that was with the blue Aether code path. It was pretty nutty. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty nutty. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna wait on the ultimate, or the modified mode. Excuse me. I'm over here trying to maneuver here. And that's another thing that I like about her skill too, is for the maneuvers. We might have to use Leviathan's ult here in a second. Luckily, we're getting a lot of 0 times here, but I'm running out of dodges. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ult. I want to play it safe. I don't want to get one shot. These guys, they do so much damage. That's the problem. They do so much damage. All right, nice lag spike. I thought we were in modified mode now. We must have been nope, attacking the wrong person. All right, let's do this. Hoping she does so much damage. I might. No, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna ult here. We really need some Leviathan heals. I'm not even gonna hold you. We could really use it. Let's do skill 1, skill 3. Build up some more rage. Skill 2. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I love Hermes. Hermes is so much fun. All right, let's get out of the way there. We don't want to be a part of that. We could use a Leviathan ult here soon. Oh, we almost have it, I think. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and use it because we need it. Once again, comfortability. We got our ult, right? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use our ult. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Oh, I thought I had the skill 2 ready. Sometimes I mess that skill 2 up, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's do that. There we go. 3 mil. Like, it's pretty consistent. Oh, those heals came in clutch. And that should be a GG. Yeah. That heal came in clutch. Okay, so you can see we're putting up some pretty decent numbers. Let me see what the battle stats are at the end. See who was really cooking. But yeah, Hermes is just, she's pretty amazing. Let's see. Okay, these numbers there are a lot of numbers here. There are a lot of numbers, but who was I guess I was cooking. Yeah, I guess I was cooking. But to put it simply, Hermes is a fantastic DPS if you invest in her and you put enough resources. The thing is that she's, you know, down the line in the future, there are going to be better DPSs that come out. So she's probably obviously going to be power crept, and she may fall out of the meta per se, quote unquote, but she is tons of fun. And if she fits your gameplay style and you like her design, I think she is worth the build and to put the resources into. Once again, she's tons of fun and she can do the damage, you know, and you can maybe get her to double S, triple S by doing reoccurring dream and the event that we have going on now. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to go ahead and showcase her, break her down. because I think she deserved it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer to the best of my ability, and I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.